Let's talk about Pani Puri. You know, that incredible explosion of flavor you get from one tiny, perfect bite? What if I told you that one of India's most beloved street foods is hiding a secret history? Today, we're going to crack open its story. And we're not just going to treat it like a snack, but like a genuine historical artifact with a wild story to tell.
I mean, look at it. At first glance, it's pretty simple, right? A crispy little shell, some potatoes, some spicy water. It looks, well, ordinary. But its history? Oh, that is anything but. This snack has been on an incredible journey across time and all over the map. So let's start at the very beginning.
To really get this story, our little food travel log has to begin in the eastern part of India. That's where most food historians believe the story of Pani Puri kicked off. And this wasn't some single aha moment of invention. Nah, this was a slow and I'm sure very delicious evolution.
We're talking about a region that covers what we now know as Odisha, West Bengal, and even parts of Bihar. And here's what's truly fascinating. Some of its earliest forms might have come from temple kitchens. Just think about that for a second. In ancient India, these weren't just places for prayer. They were like culinary laboratories, absolute hubs of innovation where new spice blends and cooking methods were being invented all the time.
So, what did this early version actually taste like? Well, let me introduce you to its direct ancestor, the Bengali fuchka. It is fiercely tangy and spicy. We're talking a punchy mix of tamarind, potatoes, black chickpeas, and green chilies. But here's the key difference. There's almost no sweetness. It's a world away from a lot of the versions we find across India today.
But see, this snack didn't stay put in the East. Oh no, it started a grand tour of the whole subcontinent. It's a story of movement, of adaptation, and it's just a perfect example of how food culture travels and completely transforms itself along the way.
Its journey started way back in ancient times, carried along old trade routes, and by people moving from one place to another. But the real game changer? The British Raj. All of a sudden, you've got these new railway networks crisscrossing the country, and they basically acted like a superhighway for this snack, spreading it faster than ever before. And then, in our modern era, it was perfected by the real unsung heroes of Indian food, the street vendors, who just masterfully adapted it to whatever the local tastes were.
And you can see that adaptation so clearly all over the country. In Delhi, it became Golgappa, and it's famous for that signature sweet and sour water. You go to Mumbai, and you'll find Pani Puri served with a big, hearty scoop of ragda. That's a warm white pea curry. And then you head south to Hyderabad, and they just turn the spice levels way, way up. It's the same idea, but a totally different experience every time.
And that's the magic of it, right? This amazing evolution wasn't being directed by famous chefs or written down in some official cookbook. No, it was this totally organic process, passed from one vendor to another, from one generation to the next. It was shaped by the very people who made it, and of course, the people who ate it.
But the story of Pani Puri isn't just about historical migration. It's also woven deep into the fabric of Indian myth and folklore. And that gives it a whole other layer of meaning.
Oh, you better believe it. The history we can actually trace is one thing. But to really understand why a snack has such an incredible grip on a country's imagination, well, sometimes you need more than just facts. Sometimes you need a legend. And wow, what a legend it is. The story links Pani Puri all the way back to the epic Mahabharata. So picture this, the newlywed Draupadi is challenged by her mother-in-law, Kunti. And the test is a huge one, a test of ingenuity, of care. She has to feed all 5 of her husbands, the famous Pandava brothers, using only a tiny bit of leftover dough and a handful of vegetables.
So what does she do? With just incredible resourcefulness, she doesn't just try to stretch what she has, she transforms it. She creates these delicate, hollow puris, fries them up perfectly crisp, and fills them with a savory mix of the vegetables. She turns scarcity into a feast. Kunti is so blown away that she blesses the dish with immortality. Now, is there any hard historical proof for this? Not really. But you know what? That almost doesn't matter. The cultural significance is immense. The fact that this myth even exists shows you just how deeply this snack is loved, that people want to connect it to one of their most important stories.
So after this long journey through history and through myth, we finally land in the present day. And here, Pani Puri has taken on a brand new role, and it's maybe its most important one yet. It's become a great unifier.
Just think about the cultural journey we just traced. It traveled from little towns to huge, bustling city streets. It was constantly changing, soaking up local flavors wherever it landed.
It survived across generations, passed down almost like a family secret. And through all of that, it went from being a regional specialty to a true national icon.
And that really gets to the heart of what Pani Puri is today. When you're standing at a stall, all those social rules, they just kind of melt away. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, from the north or the south, everyone stands together in the same line, just eagerly waiting for that same perfect explosive crunch. It's a powerful, shared thing.
And that is exactly why I've personally started calling it the Pan-Indian Puri. Because really, it's not from one place. It doesn't belong to just one community. It genuinely belongs to the entire country. It's a snack that has been shaped by and now unites a billion people.
Which, of course, brings us to one last, really fascinating question. We've traced its history, its mythology, but if it's really just fried dough and flavored water, why does it create such an intense craving, so much excitement? Why does it feel, well, almost addictive? Well, that's where the story shifts from history into science, but that's an explainer for another day.